Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our class. Please take your seats. No passing notes tonight. There'll be no passing notes.
Anybody got a pencil?
Anyone got a pencil?
Give me something to write on.
So we thought we would pick one of the most controversial topics possible tonight, and it is the classroom. It's the most controversial on so many levels, whether it's the teachers, the kids, COVID, or what they're teaching the kids, or what they're not teaching the kids. There's so many things that we can talk about. But before we dive into that, I want to let you know that we are the sponsors of the Human Initiative Program, where we build aquaponic systems for people in Kasese, Uganda. And just recently, we have started a project with a music studio record company called Wenzori Avenue, which is in the mountains in Uganda, but on the mountains of the Congo and Uganda. So we're going to be doing a 12-song CD, which is going to be available through donation through the Human Initiative Program. So we'll bring more details on that as it moves forward, and we'll probably have some sort of little video commercial clip coming soon. So let's jump right in. That's kind of like the national anthem, isn't it, before school starts? Do they do the national anthem anymore? I don't know if they do.
I believe they do.
It depends what school you go to, the Lord's Prayer. But we could do the Lord's Prayer. Anyways,
no, we
let's dive into the news, ladies and gentlemen. Amsterdam battles public peeing with plant pot urinals growing hemp. I had to read this twice, and I really don't understand what the hell is going on, but they have a peeing problem in Amsterdam. Maybe everyone's over 50 years old, and I can relate to that. We all start getting a peeing problem eventually. But, so they've created a way to get people to pee in these special pots. And people, I'm not even going to go any further on this. Just Google Amsterdam battles public peeing with plant pot urinals growing hemp. That's how we're going to deal with that one.
Works for me.
Let's move on. This is interesting. This is the Mirror. This is Toronto. This is a UK paper, British paper. People refusing to wear face masks are likely to be sociopaths, says study. I don't know if you even needed to do a study to figure that out. But I actually had to Google a sociopath, get the definition, just to make sure I was on the same page, because there's a sociopath and a psychopath. It's a good job they're not psychopaths. But I got a feeling a psychopath's not too concerned about a mask either. I
don't know. A lot of those psycho killers in the movies wear masks.
Speaking about psychopaths, the next clip is not a news article, but it's a funny Facebook thing or social media, and I had to share it. Someone was asking a question on this group called Air Fryer Tips and Recipes. Is there any air fryer that can handle a family of 8? And Tom McDonald said, "Take it easy, Jeffrey Dahmer."
Oh my God. That's one big fryer.
I read that and I passed it, and I had to go back and look at it again, and then I had to save it for the show. Actually, we're just going to take a step back, because back to the psychopaths, we were discussing this, and Nikki, who was our guest last week, is watching, and she commented on this. We love you, Nikki. We love you. Thank you so much for being here. And I've been married to both. Or was it the peeing in the people with pee problems? Maybe that's what she had. Maybe that's what she meant. Maybe she meant sociopaths and people that have peeing problems.
Sociopath, psychopath.
Yeah. So speaking of fryer, now this honestly, I didn't realize the connection until right now. But according to McDonald's, we have been eating our fries with ketchup the wrong way.
There's a specific way to do this?
According to McDonald's, if you're eating French fries at McDonald's, and I'm like, what? What the hell is this?
Look at that.
It's got a little flap on it. And you tip it back, and that's where you put your ketchup. You know how many times the ketchup would go down? Because if you pour the ketchup in the fries, it goes through those little grooves eventually on the bottom, right? That's the salt usually falls out on your lap and ruins your lovely... I was going to say best pants, but you shouldn't be wearing your best pants to McDonald's to eat French fries.
No.
Look at Jeff Black looking at those French fries, going, "Oh my God, why am I back here? Put those fries away, please. It's not lunchtime." Yeah, so I thought that was a good connection, but
that's genius.
I like them French fried potatoes.
I don't eat this shit anymore, but I tell you, there's a part of me that just wants to go in there and say, "Well, look at that, ketchup or ketchup."
Wow.
I probably
Catsup.
I say catsup, because
Catsup.
yeah. After watching that movie, Don't Fuck with Catsup. Remember that movie?
Oh God.
Anyways, this
I know
was
it. Didn't watch it.
This was the last minute. We have a video coming up. But first, kite yanks 3-year-old girl 30 feet into the air in a festival nightmare. Well, we have gone out of our way to find this out, and this is frickin' amazing stuff.
A 3-year-old girl snatched into the air by kite suffers minor injuries. Terrifying moment. 3-year-old girl is whisked 100 feet into the air by
It looks
giant
like it's
kite during
Photoshop,
Taiwanese
but it's
festival.
not.
The girl is 3 years old. She was caught up in an orange kite at a festival in Nanliao, Taiwan. Today she was seen twisting in the air as adults desperately tried to pull her back down. The youngster somehow managed to escape unharmed from the terrifying sight. Terrifying footage shows the moment a 3-year-old girl was whisked 100 feet into the air by a giant kite during a Taiwanese festival. The unidentified girl was taking part in a kite festival on Sunday at Nanliao Harbor in Hsinchu City when she was caught up by a giant, long-tailed orange kite.
Oh my goodness.
Footage from the scenes her twisting several times above a crowd of adults as they desperately struggle to pull her back down to earth. Local reports suggest a group of people were able to...
Hold on, I gotta pause here. Pull her back to earth. 30 feet, people. It's 30 feet. You could say the ground. You could say the ground in this case.
Wow.
With screams
Hold
and
on.
yells filling the scene.
Look at this. There's
As
a
the kite
snapshot.
tangled
Look at
around the
how
youngster,
she's standing
crowds
though.
leapt up to
She's
try
like,
and pull her down to earth.
it looks like a show.
Strong winds at Nanliao Harbor in Hsinchu City, Taiwan, saw the youngster take off for several seconds during the kite festival earlier today.
I
She
love
has
this.
been reported safe following the terrifying incident. News reports suggest she was understandably frightened. but
Yeah,
suffered no
understandably.
injuries other than some
You can see where we're going to the classroom right after this, can't you? Understandably frightened. She was shitting herself.
scratches to her face. According to Taiwan News, she was taken to the hospital immediately after the incident and
think?
was joined by her
Good
mother.
idea.
Look at this.
It claims the kite was meant to be carrying candles, which it would then scatter from above.
Okay, so they were going to send up candles. It's 58 kilometers. What do you think's going to happen with candles? Well, they're probably using some freaking gas. Oh, my God.
Swirling winds appeared to throw the girl into the air upside down as it blows her out of control. Despite soaring well above the crowds, the 3-year-old girl is only thought to have suffered scratches following the terrifying incident in Taiwan. Crowds scrambled to catch the girl after a sudden gust caught her up
It's
in a
gonna
large
be a
orange
new
kite
event
at a
at the
festival in
Olympics.
Taiwan on Sunday.
Kite flying.
Part of the large orange kite tangled around the 3-year-old.
How does your kid
with
get
shocked
tangled?
crowds
Where is
scrambling
she?
to help below its understood Hsinchu
Well, I
City's
think when they
mayor,
let it go,
Lin
it just-
Chen,
it just
has
whipped
apologized
around
for the
her.
incident. According to Taiwan News, he said, the city government team offers its sincere apology to the victim and the public.
Yeah.
The entire festival was called off shortly after the shocking incident. A
Shortly after, not right away. Remember that. Should we try it
girl
again?
was accidentally ripped into the air by a large kite on Sunday afternoon.
Oh, this
at
just
the
keeps
Century
repeating
City
itself,
in
but they're different
Two Ways.
clips. Let's go to the.
She was tossed around in the air for around 30
It doesn't even. I've seen it 100 times. I keep
Again,
thinking it's
Lin
fake.
said, according to Chang Li, events at the festival,
Look.
which was scheduled to run through Sunday evening,
Lord.
were cancelled.
Oh my God. Let's.
Wow.
Whoa! I saw that today. I said that looks fake. It looks fake, and then I just no, it's not.
Now we gotta watch out for kites. They're coming after you.
Yeah,
They're kicking up
that's-
kids.
Yeah. So that you can't do that. You can't do that at school anymore. You can't have no flying
Can't
kites.
bring your
Now
kite
you
to
can't.
school.
Now you can't fly kites.
No.
Why
Can't
would
do
they
that
have?
anymore.
Why would they have not looked at the weather and said, "You know what, guys? It's going to be 58 kilometers today an hour." I don't think it's a good idea.
Well, they're gonna now. I think.
There's a
You know what?
100% chance of rain today. Do you think we should really maybe postpone the grandma's birthday party? Yeah, let's do that. I mean,
Put grandma
I'll
in the
blow out
yard
the
with an
candles.
umbrella. She'll be fine.
oh man, jeez.
Crazy.
The kid's okay though.
Just some scratches, right?
They took her to the hospital. Yeah. So welcome to
Unbelievable.
class. Tim looks like he's the principal.
Tim is the principal.
Principal. Yeah.
It's a scary school.
Principal Hay.
Good morning, class. Class.
That,
Oh,
shut up. That was when you had the supply teacher.
mm-hmm.
And
Oh yeah.
I wonder if it's like that now when you have a supply teacher.
Yes, it is. I hear stories.
See, I
I hear stories
see.
from Joseph.
Mark and
whenever
Tim
there's a
both have
supply
kids
teacher.
in the school system, in the grade school system, to top it off. So we wanted to have this chat tonight because this whole COVID with COVID coming and not only
COVID
that,
coming.
COVID's coming home.
COVID is here.
COVID's going to be homework. You're gonna
That's your
the
own.
kids are gonna come home for the first day of school and it's gonna be like, if that kid coughs, go to your room right now and don't come out for fucking 12
2
weeks.
weeks.
For 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Don't come out of your room.
2 weeks. Yeah, you're
All right.
grounded.
Good. Just turn the Wi-Fi on. It will be just like summer.
That's
Yeah.
not the mask I sent you to school with, is it?
Well, all the kids have been quarantined anyway.
No, I traded with Johnny. You traded with.
Yeah, don't come home with a
So-and-so.
hickey. Yeah. How'd you get that hickey? Oh my God. So
Yeah.
is it what about the families that can't afford masks? Is it gonna be like the lunches? You got the breakfast, you got kids, there's someone who doesn't have a mask.
Put your shirt up over your face.
Oh,
Put
I
some tape on it or something.
listen,
I don't know.
I bet those
But that's a good question. Are they gonna? They're obviously gonna have a supply of masks in the classrooms for kids that have lost their mask.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Just
Of course.
forgot it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because wearing them all day, every day,
Oh my God, kids come home
they're
without their
gonna get
freaking coats.
disgusting.
Kids come home without their coats on -15 for God's sakes. I remember.
Yep. Oh, totally.
And a mask,
Totally.
you don't need a mask for anything other than, well, you need it, but they don't understand why you need it. Probably they just. Can you
No.
you imagine a bunch of kids outside in the yard? They taking their masks off. Like, fuck this, I'm not
Oh,
wearing it.
yeah, and which
Yeah.
one is mine? Do you remember which one is yours?
And then they're going up to kids and they're breathing on kids.
Mm-hmm.
There's the bullying's gonna start. Then you're gonna hear about it on Facebook. Oh, my kid was bullied at school because so and so was breathing on him. Yeah, it's just I can
So and
just
so
see
stole
it.
so and so's mask because it was nicer than mine, and he wanted it, or he ripped my mask, and this mask.
And the
it's-
teachers are sitting there just waiting, and they're thinking strike right now. I'm telling you right now.
Well, yeah, could be. I know a lot of teachers, and I know a lot of them are upset. It's
They don't even know what class they're teaching yet.
no, it's crazy.
It's
Hey.
insane.
Julie says, I feel sorry for kids with glasses. What do you mean?
Exactly.
Because they're four eyes.
It fog up.
Four
'cause it
eyes,
fogs
four-
up.
Yeah,
Oh,
as soon as you put on a
you-
mask,
man,
you're all
you
fogged
fog
up.
up.
You can't see.
I thought you were taking shots at them.
Bully. She's bullying.
You're bullying kids with glasses. We all three of us have glasses on. What are you trying to say? So actually, Julie, who is here now in the comments, Julie, we got questions for you. You work at the daycare center, and I saw a picture of you on Instagram today, and you had like goggles on, like you had a face goggles and a mask. You look like you're about ready to do surgery on one of those little kids at the daycare. Maybe that's what they're doing.
They're testing.
You know what they're doing at her daycare? I think they're selling the kids organs. They're ripping out organs and they're selling it because they're not making as much money because they're not getting as many kids. So they've got all the gear, they got all the safety stuff.
Black market daycare.
Oh, so Julie, is it mandatory that you wear a face shield or goggles at a daycare? And if so, what is the age group of kids? We should have
And
just
how
got
many kids?
and we need to know how many
kids are in the daycare at any given time.
And we need to know the average income of the parents. No, we don't. We know
As we await her answer.
we know it's yes, but today is yes.
Yeah. Huh?
Julie, did you go to school?
Yes.
Yes,
What?
but today is yes.
Okay, I get it.
What the hell's happening?
Oh, Mark's dying here. It looks like in
fats. I have
in
in fat too.
So some of us have a little problem with infats.
Oh,
Oh my God, Mark's never going to recover from this one.
no, because I know what I want to say next. That's what's so funny.
Think before you
Oh,
speak, okay?
God.
Jeez. Oh boy.
Oh,
Okay.
shit. Oh, my God. Hey, do you want to have guests on the show? Do you want to have people call in? Oh. Infats.
Calling in might be better. There's
Infat. That's
no
frick-
autocorrect or typing errors.
I loved their next comment. Oh my God.
Oh,
That's priceless.
Kids pull it off. What the hell are we talking about? Yeah, you got to get a grip on that. No, don't get a grip on it.
Oh my God.
Okay, so hold on.
Okay. So let's not name the daycare because
Okay.
it's poor place.
Yeah, there be no way. Why is there no one here today? Why are the doors locked? Yes, I wear the goggles because I am not wearing the damn shield. Oh, I see. So you have to wear safety. So
So
And-
you have to protect your eyes. In other words,
right.
in case one of
But-
the little kids,
But the kids
slap in your
Sneezes
face
all
or
over you.
sneeze or throw up or anything.
but the kids don't need goggles. Oh, look at me. But the kids don't need goggles. Screw the kids. No, the kids don't need shields. Oh, that's made my day. Oh my God.
It's
So-
gonna be all downhill. From
Gotta
here, I
gotta
think.
wear shields.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So Julie, how old are the kids? They must go up to like there must be preschool age then. They must be so they're just before they go to school. So then they're going to go to they're going to go to a school, and now they're going to go to a school, and they're going to have a teacher that's probably just got to wear a mask. Yeah. But I guess really you're not that close to the kids. They're going to have some sort of system, I guess, where the teacher, it's mandatory as of today. Since March 20th till today, we never had to in classroom. Oh, up until today, they never had to. It's mandatory as of today. Or July. Okay. So that's funny they're bringing it in now. When things are starting to ease up, it's mandatory now.
Now it's mandatory.
But it wasn't before. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah. We have to wear... Okay, we have to wear a mask and face shield. Oh, at school. Oh. Oh, so you have to wear... Okay, so teacher's saying you have to wear a face shield and a mask.
Now, is this for teachers now you're talking, or?
Yeah, teachers. Teachers, yes. Teachers have to wear a mask.
Both a mask and a shield?
And a shield.
Huh.
Protect the teacher from the rotten kids.
Yes, that's what we want to do.
Yeah. So the kids obviously just have to wear a mask. Teachers do. Yeah. So teachers got to be. So, well, I guess, actually, the teacher is really protecting the kids by wearing the shield. But the kids,
I guess it goes both ways.
Both ways. Yep.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyone with kids is going to have to wear a shield.
Unless it's, what is it, grade 3 and under don't have to wear a mask, or I forget what it is now.
Oh yeah. Oh really? Little ones.
Little ones, yeah. There's no way, kindergartens are gonna keep a mask on all day.
So
forget it.
So Julie, the kids in your daycare don't have to wear masks. Did I say something?
Sorry, no. A friend of mine just wrote in and said, so all the kids are gonna be pronouncing things like Darth Vader, learning to talk with these masks on.
Oh, so Julie said she's had kids. Oh, it depends on the school board.
Right. Yeah. I think it varies from school board.
But
school board.
Julie,
Toronto is different than Durham, and so on and so forth.
Oh, so Nikki's asking if you guys are sending your kids back to school. Damn right they are. They've had enough of them.
I am.
Oh, yeah. They are going back.
Tim's are going to a boarding school.
Oh, damn it. Why did I get to that soon?
RMC, here they come.
Only the parents at drop-off wear a mask. Which is...
Drop.
Only the parents, when they drop the kid off, have to wear a mask.
Aren't they just going to slow down and just push them out of the car at this point? They don't need a mask.
But what I find interesting is, so here's what's Joe made a comment. I guess there's no boarding school.
Yeah, that's my kid. Joseph,
Joe, you're gonna be on the show soon.
He's gonna be on the show in a couple weeks.
You're gonna report back to us what it's like for a grade 8 to go through this.
Hopefully, you're not gonna be sick.
Well, that would bring the ratings up. If you do catch it, actually, just could we get in trouble if we say he has it?
Hey, I'm not saying anything. Oh
and they can't enter the building. So the thing is, here's the deal. So the parent wears a mask and can't enter the building.
Right.
But the kid that they're hugging and kissing the whole time without a mask on at home, they send him in. It's like he's a front line. He's the frickin' bomber. He's like you're strapping your kid up with COVID. Okay, I want you to go into that classroom. I'm not coming in there, but you're going
Make
in
sure
there.
you sit right in the middle.
And when your phone goes off, sneeze like crazy. Take them all out.
Joseph has already told me that the first day when he, and everybody sits down and everybody's, as soon as the teacher stands up, he's going to start coughing. And I said,
You'll do great on the show, Joe.
no, he's going to be
You know
fun.
what? You probably won't have to go to grade 9. You'll probably be a big star from this show after your first day.
Don't inflate his head.
Start making plans. Start making plans.
I already told him we'll be back at school for a week or so, and then he'll probably have 2 weeks off because he'll have to be quarantined.
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna. So,
Who knows?
what other problems can we see in this? We've already figured out that the way that the whole system of bringing kids in and out of these places is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, the parent is in the room because the parent's spending all this time, like Saturday, Sunday, with the kid.
Right.
And then they're hugging the kid, and who knows, the kids are on their laps all the time, whatever. Then they're going into the school, and if the parent has COVID, the kid's gotta have it.
Most likely.
Most likely.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, how are the kids, besides the stupidity in the schoolyard, which we know is going to happen?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like a
Kids are
kid,
kids.
a freaking kid gets a booger on his finger and he's chasing kids. This is like a kid's dream come true.
It's true.
A mask? Like, oh my God. Like, yeah.
It's well, what's big is the challenges. The kids do these challenges with each other, and I'm just waiting for all the COVID challenge, the mask challenge. There's going to be all these crazy things coming out of the
Hey,
woodwork.
let's all go back into class and we'll switch masks.
Of course, that's the kind of stuff that's going to happen.
Oh, there's a good reason this show's on late at night. Oh. So yeah, so the classroom's going to be Kelly, this is so true too. So let's look at a senior kindergarten class in winter. Winter will be fun. Hey, where's my hat? Where's my gloves? Wasn't it the teacher that put all the shit on the kid? Or the teacher's assistant. The teacher's assistant. Don't they have an in-classroom assistant?
Well, are they having assistants now? They must. I don't know, to tell you the truth. If any teachers are watching and if they know what the hell is going on.
So the kids obviously are going to go outside and play because they're outside. It's fresh air, and so snotty mask is exactly where I was going to go.
And can they take their masks off outside?
Kids coming in with a snotty mask. Oh my God.
Well,
okay,
you're gonna have kids coming in, and it's gonna be. When was the last time you changed your mask or washed your mask?
So
Julie
is saying, Julie's saying that they have an ECE in Kinder. Peggy says they have an ECE in Kinder. It's gonna be a Kinder surprise. They got. It's they don't have to wear the mask outside. Oh,
They don't have to wear them outside.
Yeah.
So, do they leave them in the classroom then?
Oh, it's an identification thing.
Meaning,
just stick numbers on the kids' coats, like big
kids
numbers.
Are fighting, they need to know whose numbers.
Yeah, you don't have to wear outside. So now your kids got to take the mask off at recess.
Mm-hmm.
Socially distanced.
Do they take the mask off in the classroom and then all file out? Or do they take them off outside and stick it in their pocket? And then they lose
You're
it?
going to come back without one.
It's so good. It's like, this is freaking awesome. We should probably be running the government after this tonight. Or the Teachers School Board Union. I wonder how we could get on there.
We're going to have a mask roundup. Everybody outside and pick up a mask. Match up the number with the kid.
I just, see all these loopholes, and I'm not saying they shouldn't wear a mask, I'm not saying anything about. I'm not taking like. I'm finding holes in it only because there are holes in it, and I'm not saying that the kids shouldn't wear a mask or they should. It's like I think kids should obviously wear a mask, but it just kills me that they said, okay, kids are going to go back to school, they're going to wear a mask, but all the problems you're going to have, and then you know what's going to happen? The teachers are going to basically have, or the teachers union, I should say, are going to have all this ammunition to pull a strike once they all go back.
Well, here's another thing that's going to happen. You're going to have parents that are not, they're going to refuse their kids to wear a mask. They're not going to want their kids to wear a mask for whatever reason.
Yeah, the anti-maskers, and I know there's lots of those. Right? They're the one, the sociopaths you're talking about. Those freaking sociopaths. I'm telling you.
It's going to happen. There's going to be those, parents that will refuse their kid. They're going to have their kids at the school, but they're going to say, my kid's not wearing a mask.
Well, so
for whatever reason.
But if it's mandatory, the kid's got to go home then. Kid can't come to school.
I guess. I don't know. But that's going to become a thing, I'm sure.
Now,
right?
What about school buses? Are the kids going on a school bus?
Oh, these kids
they are available, yeah.
Yeah.
So think about this now, because like, I was just like at a dentist office, for example. When a patient comes in and sits down, so what they're doing at a dentist office, they're having, and I don't know, this is probably doctor's office, but you make an appointment. So you have 12:30. You go in, you get called into the. They check your temperature when the door opens, and you come in, you sit down. When you leave that chair, they wipe the chair down for safety, like wipe it. Now, a school bus, kids are on that freaking bus. I guess they drop kids off. Does a school bus do more than one run? Because technically, they'd have to wipe the seats down.
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
No
I guess
I
now
do not know.
I guess now the bus driver has to clean the seats if they're.
Well, I did read that in an email that they were going to have extra, cleaning people or supplies to keep the buses cleaner.
Check this out.
I don't know.
No social distancing on school buses. Up to 74 kids per bus.
That makes a lot of sense. 74.
74. How do you know you could get 74 kids on a bus?
Holy crap!
Holy shit! 74.
Wow.
So you got to. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wow.
So the school year is probably going to be what, a month and a half?
They should just do it
I
like.
give it till Christmas, man.
They should just do it like freaking hockey. Just get right to the playoffs. Do the exams. Get the hell out of there.
Start studying up, Joe.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh my God. Just why don't this would have been a great opportunity to do something completely different. Let the freaking kids learn some shit for a change. Like seriously, do something different. Like I don't know the answer to that, but do something different. Like learn some stuff. Like spend the whole. Well, I guess if it's raining, I guess the weather's getting bad. You can't be outside all day.
Yeah.
Do I think the teachers have the right to strike? Well, shall we go there?
I was waiting for this to come up.
Well, what I don't get is
I'm on both
go
sides
ahead.
of the fence on this.
Yeah,
on both sides of the fence.
You're on both sides of the fence because you got a lot of freaking friends that are teachers. That's why you're.
Well,
who are you gonna upset?
You got to think about the safety of the kids.
You
got to think about the safety of the teachers. What happens now? Let's say a teacher it gets infected. What happens to that classroom? Is that whole classroom gone for 2 weeks?
I agree with you 100%.
You got to shut it down, I think.
You got to shut that down, right?
Yeah.
So now, not only is that classroom shut down, but everybody's family from that classroom, like the teacher included. Now, what about how are the teachers practicing social distancing? Is that like what? I'm not sure how. I don't know how all
In
this
the
is working.
in the staff
Well,
room.
what I don't know what social distancing they're doing, because from what I read is, if, say for example, you have 30 kids in your class, say 10 of them, the parents choose not to send the kids to school. That
Right.
doesn't mean you're going to have only 20 kids in the school or in that class. They might collapse classes to
Yes.
make sure that it's full. So you might end up with more kids than what you started with, because you have to collapse the collapse the classes, maybe combine them because of the
Mhm.
bargaining agreements, correct?
Didn't that happen to Rafi? Didn't he mention that the other night? Something
Yeah,
about that.
like it's
yeah.
correct. So
Yeah.
just because people are not sending their kids to school doesn't mean you're going to have smaller class sizes.
Right.
Right.
And just because you have one class that's supposed to be, cohort is the word
Yep.
they're using. If you have 75 kids getting off of a bus, spreading out to how many different classes, what difference does it make? I mean,
Yep.
so
And
there's
like,
just so many questions up in the air, and nobody has any answers.
well, there are no answers. The government, I'm not big on the government, because to me the government is, I don't care what side you want. Whether you're pick a party, they're all the same. It's all
agree.
it's all a joke. The whole
I agree
system
with you there.
our government in this country is a big joke.
Mhm.
It's
Most
like
countries.
it's like what they did with Serb. The whole freaking, all of a sudden they threw all this money out there, and then all of a sudden people were hacking it. They were taking other people's money, all kinds of shit. Then they tell you in July, oh, we're going to be taxing you, or we want it back, or you got to do this or
They were
that.
taking it back,
And then they're
meanwhile, they've
freaking
been sending it to
they're
dead
just
people
doing
and
this
people
to
that
keep
don't even
people
live here.
happy, and then they're coming after you. And our governments have created such an environment. It's becomes a toxic environment for even people that work there. There's a lot of people that aren't happy that work for the government, because it's such a toxic place. You're so politically correct in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't say anything. And same with a school. Like these teachers can't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like their hands are tied.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that teachers, the job, since I went to school, the job is completely done a 180. It's unfortunately become a career path financially, and I know there's a lot of teachers say we don't make a lot of money, but I know there's a lot of people, and I know a lot of friends that have gone into teaching because it's a good, secure job, or they thought it was a good, secure job. That's why they went into teaching. Now there are people that do teach because they want to be a teacher. I agree, but there's a lot of people in school that are looking for something to do. They're looking for a career, and they choose teaching as a career a lot of times based on it's a good career. You get summers off, and you know what? I know,
And you get a pension.
and you get a
wonderful
pension. I don't get a pension. I don't get summers off.
No, most
Right?
don't.
And I'm not. Yeah, exactly. So, and I'm not saying this. Teachers that are watching this right now, I'm not throwing this out there in your face. I think it's fantastic, because I could imagine your job is monotonous. I couldn't do it. I could not do the job, and that's why I don't do it. But I still have a right to opinion, and I think the problem is teachers' hands are tied, because if you're a teacher today and you see a problem in a school board and you speak up about it, they're going to shoot you down. There's no way. You don't have much saying anymore to change things. Like I know there's a lot of teachers that I've talked to say that they don't agree with the education system. But how are they going to change it? They can't. They have no control. They just go in and do their job. And that's what's sad about it. Now you just got to do the protocol, and then it becomes all right. We'll do this then. Little Johnny over there needs certain. He can't understand the book, or he can't read, or he's no good. But I tell you what, he could fix a really good car. But he's not going to get a chance because those jobs aren't available, or those opportunities aren't available. Like when I went to school, they've really cut a lot of that stuff out. Now, Christ, I deal with the apprenticeship board in my business, and it's a freaking joke. Like even the co-op. Oh my God, the stuff that they come up with that you have to sign and agree to.
I can only imagine.
Like if the kid, you have to have a certain amount of insurance on your truck in order for the kid to go in it, and then you can't do. Oh, it was just yeah.
Yeah.
And then
It's
you know,
almost prohibitive.
and you know when the strike was on, and the teacher I had as the teacher this year for the co-op student, she agreed with me. She said it is a joke. So
Yeah.
she knew, but she wasn't going to go back and say, you know, if someone's working for me in my business and they see something, they're going to come to me and say, hey, we got to fix this. She sees a problem, but she can't fix it. She has no control to fix the problem. So she said to me, we did all this, and then the kid started. So I made sure that he had lots of stuff to do. Everything was lined up for this kid because I wanted the kid to learn. I always put a good program together for the kids. And he starts the second day in. She messaged me and says, oh, so-and-so can't come tomorrow. I said, how come? She goes, well, we have a strike, so he can't come. I go, why can't he come? Oh, because I'm not in the school. I go, what's the big deal if you're not in the school? Well, that's just the way it is. I'm not in the school, so he can't come tomorrow. I had planned to have the kid actually work. He wasn't going to come and pick his ass sitting there, you know what I mean? He was going to do stuff. I was going to let him have the responsibility to work and learn what it's like to have a job. And nope, so that happened. And then there was another strike. And then all of a sudden, obviously, the lockdown through the whole, but there's that's different.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's amazing the way these systems work and the paperwork that's involved in it, the filling out of forms, and oh my god, the safety and so much fear.
Turning into a drag.
It is like that's why. And then you know what? That's why people say I'm not taking the kid. I'm not bothering. We're not bothering wasting our time with the co-ops because you know. Yeah. But then you get these kids, and it's like, well, I can't tomorrow because I got an in-class program, or it's a day off tomorrow. And I'm like, they should just say, kid, do you want to go find out what it's like to work? Go and figure it out. Go work with him for 40 hours a week. Forget the 6 days. Go work, man. Go find out what it's like. And that's the whole point of doing an apprenticeship. Like if your kid came to me, like let's say Joe came to me and he says, I want to be a carpenter. Exactly. The best thing to do is throw him in the job before he even gets into an apprenticeship or college, and then he does it, and then he says to himself, "That was shit. I'm not doing that." Or I really like that move. But the thing is, a lot of times
he gets an idea of what it is actually like.
But a lot of those programs now, you know what they are? So a company says we're going to take on a co-op. So the co-op shows up at the job, and you know what the foreman does? Gives the kid a broom. And he sweeps for 2 months.
He gets all the crappy jobs that nobody wants.
And it turns into a shit show. Then the kid doesn't have any interest in it because the people didn't take the responsibility to actually show the kid what the job was. Right. And again, it comes down to responsibility. And I think that's what teachers did. And like there was a comment back there. Nikki and I went to school together, and we had some teachers that I tell you, my grade 8 teacher turned me 180. Like he saved me because I was in grade 7, and the grade 7 teacher said to me, pulled my parents in and said, Mark's struggling. We think we should have him do grade 7 again. And I said, like, fuck, I am not doing that again. It was terrible. I'm not doing it. I said to my mom, I'm not doing it. I was sitting there. I said, I'm not doing it. So then they said, okay, go into grade 8, but you'll get Mr. Helkema's class. I said, okay, whatever. I want out. I want school done. So I went into grade 8, and this guy was magic. He was tough on us, but he treated us with so much respect. And he brought everything out in us. And I'm telling you, they told me in grade 7 that if I go into grade 8, then what I'll have to do is I'll have to go to a trade school. I didn't want to go to a trade school. My dad was teaching me the trade. I didn't want to go to a trade school because trade schools had a bad name. That's where all the rejects went to a trade school. That's what us kids thought at the time, which was sad. But that's how it was set up because, again, trade should be for a kid who's really smart should be doing a trade too because we need smart people doing trades. So they set it up like that. So I went into grade 8. I ended up coming out of there taking some advanced class. I took advanced math in high school. And I never went to the trade school because this teacher put confidence in me. and he did what he loved to do. And still to this day, I talk to that guy. Like I saw him at the last reunion and stuff like that, and he saved me. It was like amazing. But I maybe one or two of those teachers in my whole time. That's it.
Yeah, it's rare, unfortunately, but there are teachers that can do more damage than anything, and there's the odd one that is that can help you get through for a variety of reasons. I mean, I had one teacher in high school that I actually liked and appreciated her, and she was helpful in many ways, not just with school, but she was there. And all my other teachers, forget it. Like like they were there just to be there, and they didn't give a shit. And it's really unfortunate. It's too bad that there aren't more teachers that are.
But now they move around too.
More
Like
involved.
these teachers were at that school for a long time.
Yeah.
Now teachers are in and out all the time, and they move. People
That's
move
true, yeah.
and change. It's a different environment too. It's obviously not the same makeup anymore. So
and it's unfair to compare our teachers when we were growing up to what the teachers now, because like you said before, Mark, their hands are so tied.
Yes.
They're not given the respect. They're glorified babysitters in the fact
They are.
that parents expect them to discipline their kids, teach their kids, take care of their kids, and give them no authority to do anything. Right?
Yeah, so it comes back to the parents as well. And that's what I noticed, and I blame my generation for starting it. Because what happened was when I was in school, we still had the strap kicking around, though I never saw it. I heard about it, but I think it went out.
I felt it.
But I think
grade 6.
Oh, you guys had
lined us all up, 8 of us.
You guys had okay, I thought the strap had gone by my age. I'm a bit older than you guys. But our teacher used to smash and throw shit at us. Like he threw chalk. He threw the brush cleaners, the board eraser. He smashed rulers on our desk where they would shatter. Like we saw it all, but he was a great teacher. He did it. It was kind of fun, I guess. He pushed his limit sometimes, but you couldn't do that today. You imagine if. But the thing is,
he strapped a kid.
For our kids, you know what it is? It's probably like we saw it, but then we started getting a little bit softer, and then our kids were coming home saying the teacher did this, and we didn't like it. And then they complained. And then slowly it happened to the next generation. And now you have all this complaining, and the teachers have pulled away, and now the parents rule the shots. And I've seen it. We talked earlier before the show. I've been in principals' offices where the principal says, Mr. Robinson, what do you think we should do for punishment for your son? In front of my son. You just basically told my son that he can do whatever he frickin' well wants, and we'll call daddy, and daddy will decide. And I said, well, do whatever you got to do. You're the court here, not me. I'm not the judge. I got to go along with it. But they didn't know what to do with him. So you get the one parent that says, I'll take him home and I'll beat his ass, and then you get the one that goes home and feels sorry for him, and so you're gonna get all that, right? And the thing is, people baby their kids too much today.
Yeah, I agree with that.
They do, 100%. Freaking, I don't know what kind of human being we're producing now, but it is so sad. And we had a cafe for 7 or 8 years, and I used to work there in the evenings. And I used to listen to parents talk about their kids. And I'm telling you, man, they're like, these kids couldn't do a thing wrong.
Yeah.
And I think that's, it's we've created a monster. You got to be tough with your kids. And so many people aren't.
And the kids know what they can get away with, too. I mean, they know.
Well, yeah, and if you give them too much rope, the next minute the kid's flying 30 feet in the air on a kite.
Yeah, that can happen.
I told you to get down here right now. But I don't know. And I think the problem is, honestly, it's just like the same problem they have in America. We've created a culture within the classroom, and it's set in stone because you can't change that. You can't change the culture in America. People say, oh, we got to change it. You got to change the guns. You can't. That's how the country thinks, and you can't do it. You would have to actually reprogram everybody in order to change it. And now you've got all these teachers that do the job. Go on, Mark.
No, I'm just going to say you're right that it can't be changed, and if any change is going to happen, it's going to take generation after generation after generation. It's going to take,
like that's the reality of it. We can sit and complain all we want about it. I think what we're doing is we're recognizing the problem and realizing the real big problem is that we can't change this. You can't, because like you've got a union, a body of teachers that basically all think the same across North America in a sense. Like they all have the same idea on how it should work. So how are you going to change that? And I mean, if I was a teacher, I'd probably be in the same mindset as they would be. You basically join a gang when you join a union. You do. Yeah. And not that it's a bad gang, but you join a group and you follow that group mentality. It's like anything. You play on a hockey team. You play on the Philadelphia Flyers, you're a tough hockey team. You play for the Montreal Canadiens in the 70s, you're a fast skating hockey team. You join that club and you take on that it's like cops, same thing. If nicest guy in the world can join the police force, and in 10 years he's the baddest ass guy around. Because he changes to the environment. So, but I think parents, honestly, I think the role is parents need to be on top of their kids more and play a bigger role in their schooling. Exactly.
It needs to start at home.
And I think a lot of parents realized a lot when they did homeschooling. And I did see on social media that some parents did extremely well with their kids. They took the time. They probably had the mindset. And again, depending on what a family's going through, I mean, if a family's going through financially tough times and all that, it's really, really hard for them to sometimes deal with it. Like, the last thing they're on their mind is sitting down and teaching, multiplication to a kid when their job's on the line, so it's tough. But, I think parents need to take more responsibility for their kids at school. They need to, exactly, for everything their kid, and they can shape it. Parents can speak up. It's easy for a parent to blame the teacher, blame the school board, blame the union, but
it needs to start at home. There needs to be that proper foundation right there, and they need to learn the respect and the discipline, and it needs to carry on from there. I mean, you can't just hand it off to a teacher
but that goes
multiple
outside,
teachers.
That goes outside of schooling. Like that's just a life.
Right. Like,
you look at some of the laws that we have now, which are just ridiculous when it comes to the youth and young offenders. It's just again, it all comes back to it's got to start at home.
Exactly.
But I think do you think the parents are the reason we have these
of course,
because they're protecting their kid. They're protecting their kid too much. They want the kid to get off.
Not necessarily, or they could just be lazy, or they just don't care. There's that type of parent as well.
You know what? A good follow up.
They don't want to. I think there always has been. I think it's just
it's becoming more and more.
Society's gotten so lax.
Because it's kind of like a police officer's got his hands tied with so many things too. When with kids and stuff like that, the courts and how these kids are today. Like there's so many problems. And I think you got.
I find it funny how we all badmouth millennials and how they're so soft. Yet we did this.
Well, that's what I'm saying. My generation started it.
This is our problem.
Exactly.
Or our fault. Sorry, not our. And
it's our problem too.
Them. And they're smart. Kids these days are super freaking smart.
Yeah, but we are responsible. The generations they've allowed their kids to get away with stuff. You can have this. You can have that.
Nobody wants to take the responsibility for it too. That's another problem. They want to pass it off to whoever, whatever.
Yeah,
not my responsibility.
I used to worry I was too tough on my kids. Like I thought we were too strict. We didn't let them do certain things. We didn't let them take the cars. Like we were tough. Like I don't think our kids ever drove our cars. We never let our kids drive our cars.
Joe, are you still watching? We're never driving my car.
Serious, we never did. I don't think we did. And I remember our daughter we got in a big fight because she said to us one day, she said Lisa was going to work and she said, why can't I take the car? And she says, well, I'm going to work. I need the car. She goes, yeah, but you're at work. The car sits in the parking lot the whole day. Why can't I take it? She's like, it's my car. When you get a car, you can take your car. And we got into this big fight. And basically it was like, you know what? If you don't like it, front door, go figure it out.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yep.
There was not like, oh, well, you know what? Let me talk to daddy. And you know what? Maybe we can get you a little car. No. You know, we're not buying you a car because you're going to smash it up.
Hell no.
But the thing is, the kid, now she owns her own car. And she's got a damn good job.
Yeah.
And she knows it because, you know what? We did the right things. We pushed her in the right direction. And though it hurt to be tough like that, it was the right thing to do. And even Eric and Gregory, my boys, I mean, Jesus, I was tough on them at times. But you know what? We talk every day still. Every day.
Yep.
And Eric's got more cars than a used car dealership, but but he didn't have a car, and I don't think he didn't even have a car when he was living at home. None of them did. None of them had a car living at home, and we just, but they had jobs and stuff like that. They did their thing, but yeah, I think. Yeah. But I know there's a lot of kids that get cars bought for them, nice ones.
Oh yeah.
Just like freaking hell. Like, where'd you get that car? It's yours? Yeah, it's mine.
Yeah.
Now, I do know kids that work hard and have their own car. That's what they want. So there's that too. But there's a lot of kids that are just driving mommy and daddy's car around. Oh, yeah. Greg did drive the car.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Greg smashed up my... Uh-oh.
Yeah, but Lisa's forgetting that she smashed up one side. Greg did the other. So between the two of them, they smashed it up.
Oh, that's...
I should take the car.
It was a joint effort.
That's funny.
Yes, they did.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so I guess they did. Yeah, I guess only Greg though. I think I don't know if Tina probably did. But anyways, well, you know what? That was a great discussion because it was good. It
was a good discussion. Yeah,
I like this, and I want to thank everybody for commenting because it was good. It was good having the comments. You guys are our Wikipedia tonight. We appreciate it. And what's going on next week? Because I love this format. This discussion was great. But next week, do we have when are we have guests coming back on?
What's next week? The 8th?
It's not next week, right? Jessica
see.
Pearson and Eastwind are going to come back on.
Yeah, they're coming back on. Hang on. The 22nd.
Oh,
We
okay.
have Jessica Pearson and the East Wind coming back on.
We are supposed to plan. We are still going out on location to do axe throwing.
Yes.
So we still have to get out and videotape it. So we're gonna go out and we're gonna do axe throwing. We could do pinnacle climbing, but I don't think we're climbers.
No freaking way I'm getting them.
We're not climbers. We're not climbers. We're throwers.
You'll toss an axe around.
We'll toss an axe. So we're gonna get some. We're gonna get some footage of us throwing axes at. Why can't I remember the name of what they call it's? Nikki, you wanna come and throw the axe?
We're throwing axes at Nikki.
Nikki, come! I'll bring some apples.
Okay, she's in.
I'll bring some I'll bring some apples and we'll try
on your head.
We'll try to yeah, and we're still trying to figure out how to do our dating game.
Dating game. Yeah, we have to work that out still.
We're still trying to figure out the dating game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
we actually figured it out.
Here.
Didn't we come to we had a meeting on this, I think. And we come to the conclusion that the men were going to wear masks because it's so appropriate for COVID. So they're going to wear full face masks so we can't see them.
Where are we getting these men from? Have you done the Craigslist ad yet?
I don't know. Maybe what is it, Tinder or Grinder? What one should we sign up? Who's going? I'm not going on there. Who's going?
Oh my God. Well, we could just have a swipe night.
You
here
know
or
what?
something.
Why don't we get? Nikki could find them. What the hell happened?
I have no idea.
I said Grinder, and you both took off.
I'm out of this.
Talk
man.
about freaking get excited.
I didn't sign up for
Holy
this.
shit, I gotta go delete my account right now. Oh.
Busted. Oh, geez.
Nikki doesn't need to see their faces. That a girl. She's Greek.
Okay, perfect.
She's Greek.
Well, we can
Oh
have.
my
call
God.
in. That doesn't matter. They can just call in. Whatever.
That's
Oh,
freaking hilarious. When you go to the doctor's office, they check your temperature. We just got to check their pulse. That's all we got to do.
This one's living. You saw.
Sounds good. We should have no problem. Oh, there goes the light.
So,
Oh, what a way to end the show.
brother.
All
I
right.
just realized I got a whole sheet of this week in music we didn't get to this week.
I know we
next
dove
week.
right in.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, actually, music is next week on the show, on our classroom. Next week, double shot of. Well, it's almost still this week. Next week.
It'll be this week and then some.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, everybody. Thanks again, and thanks for the laughs. And we will see you next week.
3-year-old girl snatched into the air by kite suffers minor injuries. Terrifying moment.